Yo, everybody, welcome.
Welcome back.
This is your cup of sports, baby.
This is Big T.
This is old Greg.
This is your cup of sports. How y'all doing?
Welcome in with us this week.
Yeah, exciting weekend. Exciting weekend.
Been crazy.
A lot more new things going on.
Insane.
Insane.
We all know what the number one thing that we all need to talk about is. How about Paige Beckers? That's what's on our minds, baby. That's right. Women's UConn superstar.
30 points. 30
Three
points.
consecutive games. First time in UConn history. Impressing little girls all over the nation. Proving that you can do it.
Yeah.
Gold medalist and superstar. The JJ Redick of UConn. That's what she is, folks.
UConn women are always killer every year. I know that's what y'all want to hear, right?
Shout out to you. So this one is to you right there, Paige.
Yeah.
We're both on your team here. But moving forward.
Besides UConn, how about that damn Super Bowl?
How about them Chiefs?
Man, this dude is still wearing the freaking Chiefs shirt.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is how dedicated he is.
You got
One team is going to go see Mickey Mouse. The other team is just at home about to have surgery because they are hurt. They are hurt.
Yes, it looks like that despite Patrick saying that he wasn't sure if he was having surgery, it's been confirmed he's supposed to have surgery tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
So-
Tomorrow, yep.
But-
He had turf toe.
Well, we talked about it. Like the injury had a little bit to do with it, but that team.
Hey, I got half of my prediction right. I said Patriots 31.
The Patriots got.
I said Patriots.
The Patriots got.
I'm talking about Patriots.
Yeah, but
I'm out
Bill
there.
Belichick just cheated
Tom
away
Brady,
again.
the Buccaneers 31. My bad.
You think Bill
Brady.
Belichick was at the door when Tom walked in? Like, Tom, come on.
Bill Belichick
You know you
having
read that.
nightmares right now. Damn, I said Patriots. Damn, this is how crazy he is. Buccaneers 31. I said Mahomes would get 28. This man couldn't even get in the end zone.
You know, that team really let him down. And unfortunately, I understand, like, you may have gotten a one or two bad calls. What team doesn't? Tyrann Mathieu lost his mind. Started running his mouth to Tom Brady. Like, you think that's a good idea, you dumbass? You're going to go out there and run your mouth to Tom Brady, the GOAT? Literally just tell him that you want him to beat you?
And he wasn't the only one. There was a couple of Chiefs losing. Jones kind of lost his cool too, man.
Yeah, that defense. And, for a team that Patrick has prepped up his whole career, he just feels like he's pushed this team to the precipice, and they've gotten all the success.
Using big words. Look at him.
He always comes through for him in the clutch, and this team I think they just let him down. And
I can't say his team. He was down 2 offensive linemen. So you already knew that they were going to be blitzing him like crazy. Nobody would think he would get blitzed more than any other quarterback in the Super Bowl. But he got blitzed like crazy. He was running for his life out there.
But you saw him running around. He gets tackled and throws the ball and still throws it over the defender and hits his wide receiver in the face. That's Patrick Mahomes, y'all.
Hey,
that's greatness.
That Bucks D shut them down.
I mean, but
shut them down.
It hit you. The ball hit you in the face. You should have, I don't know, put your hands up and caught it. I mean, Travis Kelce had his usual drop fest.
Well, this isn't a regular game. This is Super Bowl. Super Bowl can bust bubbles.
And I hope that every person on that team now understands, just like our fan base should understand, we all need to take a deep look inside and realize that it's work to win a Super Bowl. And but still, congratulations.
Should we put the whole blame on the Chiefs team and not Patrick Mahomes? Put a comment down below if you believe so, because I don't believe what he's saying.
Chiefs team and coaching
I
staff.
do not believe that you should put the blame on everybody but Mahomes, because everybody was under pressure that game. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you got Andy Reid's son running from DUI crowds. I mean, everybody was under pressure.
Hey, everybody was under pressure. That's a different angle of the story too. Andy Reid's son got in trouble. Hopefully everything goes good and everybody from that car wreck comes back okay. But that's a deep story too. But at the same time, in my opinion, if the Chiefs never played and beat the Bucks earlier in the season, I think this game would have been better. You can't play Brady two times in one season.
I thought that before the game, too. I was like, anytime you play a team in the regular season, all of the Patriots and the New York Giants, And no matter how,
we just talking about Brady in general.
But like,
you can't play him 2 times in one season.
But it always turns out the opposite. And if you beat that team, it usually turns out to go the other way. So.
Well, the next question is going to be: are we going to see these same 2 teams? Comment below. Hit subscribe too, please. Are we going to see these same 2 teams next year in the Super Bowl?
Because that's an interesting question.
Because we all know he's going to be wearing the same shirt next year.
First of all, I'm not going to let my boys down. Like like y'all lost the game, and there's a lot of reflections you got to do. But this Chiefs Nation. If you're a fan of a team, it's through thick and thin. We're still together, and I still root for them, and I hope.
I say there's a good chance
because that in the AFC it's the Chiefs. And there's not really any other close competition unless the Chargers.
Unless the Cowboys step up their game and.
That's the NFC, but in the AFC.
Well, I'm talking about my Cowboys making it to the Super Bowl.
But we're talking about the Chiefs first. So, like in the AFC, what other team could challenge Kansas City?
I don't know. With all the changes coming around,
Buffalo is. I think they played a little bit better than they were. I don't know if that team is going to be ready.
Buffalo, I believe they're going to get better. We'll have to see what they do with the draft, and I doubt they make any trades, but with the drafts. See what they do in the draft. But
the Titans maybe have an outside chance, but I think they've kind of topped out where they're at. I think that's the best system.
Titans is just when they get to that playoff rush, they depend too much on Derrick Henry.
And this is another year of Derrick Henry. Eventually, he's going to fall off. That's just going to happen. It happens to every running back. It doesn't diminish his greatness, but every running back falls off that horse. So I think the Chiefs are firm favorites, and I think should go back. So then it really comes down to the NFC. Yeah. Now you got the Cowboys, who will never win a Super Bowl. So while Jerry Jones is alive,
whoa, time out, man! I'm gonna have Chris pause on the video talking like that. Calm down.
I don't want to upset Jerry Jones. I mean, God forbid he has enough money to find me and kill me, but you suck. And so, but realistically, you got to think the Packers have a chance. Right.
They have to get more weapons. They only got 2 weapons.
They got Aaron Rodgers.
They got Adams and Aaron Rodgers. Jones did step up. Running back did step up.
But they got a chance. So they're pretty close to Tampa Bay. But Tampa Bay, I think we didn't see Tampa Bay go full force as good as they were until they made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won.
Like that was the first game where you saw like this team is that good, and when you look at their weapons. If you ask me, do I take the quarterback out? Do I want every other offensive weapon on Tampa Bay or Kansas City? I would take Tampa Bay. Kansas City has Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, but Tampa Bay has Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
The Bucs didn't lose a game after they lost to the Chiefs. They went on a winning spree. So I think the Bucs are going to be hard to beat again.
And Gronk says he's coming back.
Gronk says he's coming back. So they're letting him smoke weed, so he's okay.
You could have Bucs Chiefs round 2, which I think everybody would kind of want to see a better game by Patrick Mahomes and a better game by that Chiefs team. And I think honestly, the Chiefs, if they take a deep look inside and realize they might have to change their team a little bit because their team has kind of survived off their quarterback and.
They shut down Travis and Hill. Travis had a few catches, but Hill had 1 catch?
Granted, when they get their offensive line back, they'll probably be better.
Yep.
But at the same time,
offensive line makes a huge difference. Look at Zeke when he lost his offensive line with the Cowboys.
At the same time, your defensive player and Tyrann Mathieu, and he's out of control. And Chris Jones, and I think
it's the Super Bowl, man. Like I said, there's a lot of pressure and people talking mess to you all day.
Kansas City always finds a way to improve their team, which is also kind of the thing they do. Like they just always find a, even though there should be no way, they don't have salary cap space.
You see people getting mad that they're calling Mahomes baby goat. They're going against the goat.
Yeah, and
is he the baby goat?
Look,
because I thought Lamar Jackson was the baby goat.
I think all these people are goats in training. I mean, once you win a Super Bowl, once you become the best quarterback in the game, you're now chasing a different element. Like Lamar Jackson's still trying to become.
So you're saying every quarterback is chasing Brady? Then?
Yeah, but you're chasing ghosts though. Patrick Mahomes at his young age is at a point now where he is chasing ghosts. He's not. He's not trying to prove he's better than Aaron Rodgers or any other quarterback on that.
Why not though? Aren't you supposed to?
I think you already understand he's up there with them. He's trying to prove that he's better than people that aren't playing anymore, and one that just won't die.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's talk about this. Is Brady the GOAT? Is he the best GOAT? Out
Is
of all
he the GOAT forever? Like, people are saying
they
that
say Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Because he is the GOAT.
So let's define this. There's two people in mind to me that forever it goes outside of your accomplishments. People are like, oh, you've won this many championships. Once you get to the level of a Tom Brady, a Michael Jordan, a Muhammad Ali.
Can we include Serena Williams?
Serena Williams.
Yep.
Like, once you get to a level of these people, it's now not about how many championships you won. It's not even about how many yards or how much you've accomplished. It's about what did you do to the game. The reason
trophies make a big difference, though.
The reason that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time is the absolute greatest because he changed the game of basketball. He took the game of basketball at a time and he took it to the top tier where it was the thing.
All right, so if we're talking about changing things and we're talking about GOATs, we got to put Tiger Woods in there too. He changed golf like crazy.
Tiger Woods.
I was watching the documentary just a few days ago. That thing is crazy.
If I rank my GOATs, okay, it would be Michael Jordan be 1.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali out of respect because I respect that man would be 2, and Tiger Woods would probably be 3. Like, and that's a category of like gods, and everybody else is just kind of normal GOATs. Like Tom Brady's won a bunch of Super Bowls.
His GOAT of
he got caught
quarterbacks.
cheating.
He
had to break his cell phone.
Deflategate.
He had to. It's not working. Not working, Roger. You know.
Tom Brady has always been in the mix of so-called cheating. I'm not gonna say he didn't, or if he did.
A-Rod might have been one of the GOATs, but you know that's what happens. Like when once you're caught cheating, and once all the scandals and stuff happen.
So what do y'all think? Who do you think is the GOAT?
Who's your GOAT? Put it in the
Is Tom Brady just the GOAT of football QBs, or is he on the Michael Jordan level right now? Is he the GOAT of all GOATs? So I don't know, but we're gonna play something real quick. It's called Slap in the Face. Oh, don't hit me. I'm just saying, all right? Don't hit me. Whoa, calm down. So I'm going to tell Big T something. I'm going to ask him is it slap in the face or is it no big deal? So we had the Hall of Fame at the Super Bowl this year, as always, and we had the big names, Calvin Johnson.
Calvin
Mega. We had Peyton Manning. We had a bunch more people. But I want focus on my man.
Alec Faneca, man. That guy was that offensive line was great.
Yeah, he was good too. But I want to point out Peyton Manning. He came out there wearing Broncos colors. Is that a slap in the face or what?
That's not face.
He played.
You spent your whole career almost. It's just like the Tony Gonzalez. You spent your whole career in this one place. You made a name for yourself. You took a vacation in another team, and you're like, I liked it better. Like, no.
So you say he slapped the Colts in the face with that one?
100%. He should have came out. He should have came out wearing Colts on his feet. Not even shoes, just the horseshoes.
The Spurs.
Yeah.
The Spurs, yeah. So I believe it was slap in the face too, because he did do that. He was with the Colts. Marvin Harrison, man, come on. He was killing it. All right, next question. Is this a slap in the face or a slap on the wrist? Not Peyton Manning. Brady win the Super Bowl after leaving Belichick.
Not a slap in the face.
Not a slap in the face?
You know what that is? Brady winning the Super Bowl without Belichick. You have to read in between the lines. Like, Bill Belichick is always going to be mildly disrespectful to Tom Brady when he declares that, it's a team game.
But he won the Super Bowl without this great coach.
Tom Brady's always going to be respectful of Bill Belichick and say he was a great, coach and I wouldn't be where I am today. But I'll tell you what it was. When he won that Super Bowl, and in the fashion that he won it, and in the team that he beat, he basically walked up to Bill Belichick metaphorically and was like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
He's like, yeah, that was me. I just took this old coach who has had zero success, and now he has a Super Bowl ring because he signed Tom Brady and gave him whatever he wanted. Gave him whatever he wanted, and you know what? It worked out. So you can't blame the organization for that. They did the right thing.
I know, but I feel like it's a slap in the face. He pretty much punched him in the face. It wasn't even a slap. He said, I don't need you. He said, I'm going to Tampa. I'm going to bring all these people with me. Belichick lost so many players because of Brady leaving.
the whole conversation of Brady and Belichick, and it's almost like Tom Brady just went out there to answer it. And my God, if he wins one, if he wins even another one, it's like
Is Belichick even gonna make it to another Super Bowl?
You don't know.
I would say no. I don't think he's gonna make another Super Bowl.
Outside of Tom Brady, which he had for 20 years, but he's had zero success. He got fired in Cleveland. You know, I mean, he said no. He's he had success as a coordinator, but
are you saying he just got lucky with this draft pick?
I'm saying that every head coach needs a quarterback, and Belichick is a defensive-minded head coach, and there's a whole bunch of them out there. And
so this Super Bowl this year, it's all been about the quarterback. Quarterbacks. Mahomes, we got Brady.
Now in the offseason, we got the quarterback carousel. They're taking over.
The quarterbacks are taking over.
It's not fair. We can't even talk about the wide receivers. Is Antonio
Brown?
But
latest news in the quarterback carousel right now. The new person is Russell Wilson. They're putting Russell Wilson out there. But I believe he did this to himself. I don't believe he's going to leave Seattle. But I'm not too sure who was interviewing him, but Russell said he pulled a Watson. He said, I want to say more control and say on who we draft and who we pick up on the team. He said he got hit too much as a quarterback. Pretty much said his offensive line sucked. And he said his team isn't good enough to win. As a captain of a team, you cannot talk like that, first of all. I don't think they're going to trade him. But he also said his coach was a defensive coach.
So let me ask you this. So is Russell Wilson in the right for saying I want input on who we sign, who we hire?
Should quarterbacks or should any player even have that say?
What do you think? Yes or no?
I would say maybe, kind of. I'm not 100. I'm not bought in. I would just say a little bit.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
What you gonna tell me? Tell me.
The quarterback is basically the general manager of your store. Okay.
Not always.
And unless you're one of the bad quarterbacks and you're like.
I'll take you back to Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis was the star of the Ravens, but he didn't have no say on the team.
Russell Wilson's the general manager
of his soccer team, not his football team.
Of that football team on the field. I'm obviously they have a general manager, but when you work as a team, I think what they need to understand is. The players in the front office, you need to come together, and you need to understand that the
GM,
we
just had Martin Luther King speech.
The GM needs to listen to him because you should be protecting your players. You should be consulting from what they think that they need to be successful. Because at the end of the day, if you get them somebody that they have no rapport with and that they're not gonna be successful.
I feel like if somebody has that long-term big contract, then yes, maybe they should have a say.
I even got proof.
So you're saying you gonna ask a rookie?
I got proof.
Proof of who?
Who won the Super Bowl this year?
Brady.
And who made?
I didn't say the Bucks. I said Brady.
And who scored in that Super Bowl?
Gronk.
And Antonio Brown. So these are players that Tom Brady said you're going to go get these players. They didn't want to get Antonio Brown, but he told them to. And you know what? He was successful because he was used to these players, and he had a rapport with these guys, and it worked out. You have to understand that you're not front office versus players. You have to work with the players.
So you telling me this next free agency we got a line of people lining up trying to play in Tampa Bay?
But there's I do. But there's also a line to that where you have to understand that the general manager has a job, and if they think they need to draft a quarterback in the first round, being the Packers for no apparent reason, but to set them up for the future, then they're going to do that, and you got to respect that as well. So the general manager has a job, but you should be listening to
are we
players.
Talking about just letting the person, the player, the QB, whoever the person is on the team,
the representative,
should we just be talking about them just sitting in the meetings? Or being on the phone call, or are we talking about them actually speaking up and talking?
I think that there should be a representative on the team saying, "Hey,
do they go to the college and scout these players?
This is what we need."
Are we talking about just drafting, or are we talking about actually
the front office should tell them, "Well, this is
what player we should trade for, or what player we should sign in free agency."
The players should be able to say, "This is what we need," and the front office should be able to say, "This is our plan." And then they should.
Are we LeBron James talking in the background, but we're talking out loud about getting AD because that's what he did?
Yeah, but and he got what he wanted. I
know, but
They won the title.
I thought that's against the rules. Is that what you're talking about doing?
No, but you need.
You seem like you're trying to bend the rules a little bit. I feel like you're correct, but I feel like there's a line that you get this much say. All right.
Yeah, but you got.
What do y'all think about that?
Put in the comments below. You think Russell Wilson should just shut up and play like a lot of other people do? Also, Carson Wentz. He's going to the Bears. I pray he goes to the Bears.
Oh,
the Bears fans, you don't.
If he goes to the Bears, that means Nick Foles go back to the Eagles.
You don't deserve it.
And he's going to win the Super Bowl.
You don't deserve it, but I just it's for my own personal funniness. But it's just so sad.
We still got Deshaun Watson out there. I don't think he's going to get traded at this point.
I don't either. I don't think somebody's got to offer enough to trade him, and you know what he has. I say he has the right to request and demand a trade all he wants, and the organization has the right.
Unfortunately,
not to trade him.
if you're gonna, it's part of your contract. He said he put a no trade clause in this contract. Now he wants to get traded. That doesn't make sense to me.
Because a no trade clause is nothing but I don't want to go somewhere I don't want to go.
Yeah, but still.
So I mean. He has a right to demand a trade, and the team has a right not to trade him. And we have, and we all should just abide by whatever the laws of the contract are, because that's how the world works.
So much football.
We have an agreement. Football's an amazing sport. What do you think about that, though? Give us any comments below. Mm-hmm. Anything that you think we missed in that quarterback carousel? Maybe one of the other 32 quarterbacks are going to change teams.
Dak maybe too. Ain't no telling.
They haven't reached a deal yet.
Man, let's talk. I almost forgot about this.
Oh no,
they left Dak out of the Cowboys hype video. Can you believe that?
What y'all get hyped about? You just have your head coach eating Krispy Kreme?
No, forget that. I think they're saying it wasn't no biggie, but they left Dak out of the Cowboys hype video. I know Dak wasn't too happy about that. I wasn't too happy about that.
You think maybe they're planning on going after Deshaun Watson?
I don't know what they're thinking, but
I don't think they respect Dak like Dak thinks they should.
Yeah, but Dak is trying to take all our money too, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's all in the way you do the contracts. Patrick Mahomes got a $500 million deal. Like, it's just how you write the contract. And
he won the Super Bowl.
The trust between the player. True that. I'm not saying you should get $500 million. I'm saying it's all about how you write that contract and how that player trusts the organization. I don't think there's a whole lot of trust there.
Yeah, totally.
But we'll move away from football because, it's now dead to us, and we'll have nothing to talk about except for basketball and baseball for the next.
We're still gonna have football.
We got the NFL draft and stuff, but it's the worst time of year when the goats aren't on the field.
Right. We don't have 9 innings, but we have maybe about 2-3 innings of baseball.
Maybe just change the rules to that instead of 9 innings, like 2 or 3 innings. Then we're good. Yeah, so baseball, they're changing the baseball so they'll go less distance.
Yeah, they say they're deadening the ball, so it's going to shorten the ball a couple feet, they say.
Stupid. You know what you need to do? You need to get the ball that goes the farthest, and you need to let the players inject themselves with whatever they want to.
What, you want to play with tennis balls out there?
I want there to be 180,000 home runs.
Now, there has been a home run surge the past 2-3 seasons, and they're just trying to slow it down. Don't know why, but I think that's the
last time I checked, home runs is what built your game. The game was dying, and then Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and Barry Bonds all juiced up and saved it. Like they came together as like the Avengers.
That is a good point.
They're the Avengers of baseball, bro. Like Bud Selig was like, "We need to call the Avengers."
I never thought about it that way, but they did hype baseball back up.
Barry Bonds is definitely the Hulk because that dude is scary.
But I feel like you gotta look at the pitchers too. The pitchers are throwing more strikes and stuff now,
and they're throwing harder. And there's harder.
They're juicing up just as hard too.
So I mean, I think they should be playing the opposite way. I think they should be encouraging home runs. 70 home runs was a great thing, and I think they're trying to diminish the game to a point where you're not going to bring in new fans. And unfortunately, if you're a fan of baseball and you're a fan of the old school baseball, I have bad news because once people stop watching it and you don't bring in more fans, your sport begins to die.
No, this ain't hockey. People are always going to watch baseball.
Yeah, okay? Hockey has a class of people that you know, you're going to be like soccer. Okay, and I love baseball, but I like it both ways. I like it when they're home runs, and I like it when they're pitching shutouts. Hit me from both sides.
Oh wow! Ooh,
and then we got the NBA Allstar game. There's been a lot of comments about that.
LeBron's upset about it, saying it's a slap in the face with baseball or with the All-Star game. So I'm not too sure. Some people are happy about it. Some people make enough money where if they don't want to go, they don't have to go because you get fined if you don't go to the All-Star game. So
the thing though being, I didn't know that until this year either. I was like, oh, that's crazy. But if you think about it, I mean, it is dumb to have all your greatest players in one place where they could all potentially get COVID or get
COVID
sick.
outbreak and then no All-Stars at any games for the next 2 weeks.
That would just be crazy. It would be a nightmare, literally.
Hey, my Mavericks would have a chance to make it back to the top seed.
How many teams? The team with no All-Stars. The team go on a run.
Like, hey, we're going to run. Like, hey, we're in the playoffs now. So I don't know. It would be a good and a bad thing. But
I you get where the players are coming from, but unfortunately, you also have to understand it as a business model. You need that money, and I understand LeBron's going to make his money no matter what. But there's a lot of players in the NBA that need that revenue to be as high as possible for them to make money.
Yep.
And
players are speaking up right now and saying it is a slap in the face because they do have all these precautions because of COVID, which is understandable. But I was saying earlier, if it was a contract year, like a TV contract year, they would be playing without no question because they want the salary cap to go up. And TV contracts make that go up. And they would be playing without no question. So I think they just have to look at it in the money perspective because that's what the owners are looking at it at.
I mean, so, put in the comments below, All-Star game, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you just watch the three-point shootout and the dunk contest and wonder why they even play a game with zero defense?
No, last year was a great All-Star game because of Kobe.
I didn't watch.
You didn't watch? That was one of the greatest.
I did. Yeah. Kobe.
I was about to say slap in the face.
No, 100%.
Because of Kobe, they actually played hard in the All-Star game.
That was the first All-Star game I watched in like 3 years.
Yeah, and I hope they do it again like that this year because they have the Kobe Bryant Award now for MVP of the All-Star game. So
I mean, just make it a real basketball game because watching them just throw down windmill dunks and stuff. Sure, it's entertaining to a point, but I can't watch that for 12-minute quarters for 4 times.
Yep. I understand that. So hopefully it's a great All-Star game. Hopefully the big names show up and they don't skip out. But we'll see what happens.
So if you made it this far with us, if you stuck with us to the end, we had a little bet. And I got to be honest with you, I thought my team was going to win, so I didn't really
My
care.
team is seeing Mickey Mouse right now.
So we will be doing a podcast where I will be taking 5
shots straight, no chaser, just because he wanted to go with his Chiefs, even though he knew they weren't going to win. So next podcast, this guy might be a little bit intoxicated within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so,
I might be
which I got to be here to see it.
And you got to subscribe. You get 50 subscribers, you get to see this dude in the buff. And I know it looks like he's fluffy, but it's really rock hard over there. He's rock hard.
Hulk Hogan, baby.
You get to 100 subscribers, you get to see this beautiful body. But yeah, next week we'll be doing that the shots, and
picking the good stuff too.
So we thank you for hanging out with us. You got anything, please like and subscribe. Drop down in the comments if you want us to talk about something. And again, Paige Beckers, thank you for inspiring little girls all over the nation. We love you and good luck to you in the future.
Yep. This is Big T.
This is Old Greg.
And this is your Couple Sports,
baby.
Yeah, buddy.